Hi everyone, welcome back to MSCR Makes. I'm Miss Julia and today we're going to be making paper-mâché bowls. For this project you will need some flour, some newsprint. I'm using a leftover ad that I got in the mail, a bowl, a spoon, your scissors, some water, another smaller bowl. I'm going to use a recycled yogurt cup for this part. This is going to be the mold or the thing that you make your paper-mâché bowl on. And you might also want some things to decorate your paper-mâché bowl. Your paper-mâché bowl does need to dry overnight, so you could get your decorations later. But some ideas that might work are some paint, or something else like stickers. So you can pause the video here and go gather your supplies. Now that you've had a chance to gather your supplies, I'm going to move some things out of the way. The first thing I'm going to do is take my newsprint and cut some strips. If you don't have newsprint, that's okay. You could also use something like paper towels or any other thinner sort of paper that you have at home. I want to make sure that I cut enough strips that I can cover up my little yogurt cup and make a nice sturdy bowl. That should be enough for now. And I'm also going to take a few of them and cut them in half so that I have some options on the sizes of pieces that I have. The next thing I'm going to do is make my paper-mâché paste. For that, I'll grab my bowl and I'm going to grab my flour . And depending on how big your bowl is that you're going to be using as your paper-mâché mold, you'll need either more or less flour. You can always start with less and just make up more if you need it. So I think I'm going to start with about 2 spoonfuls of flour. 1, 2. Because my bowl is kind of small, I don't think I'm going to end up needing that much paste. The next thing I'm going to do is take my water and start slowly adding it. It's not an exact measurement, but you're looking more for a specific consistency or way that your paste looks and feels. So right now, do you see how it kind of globs up into its own little ball? That means that it's too thick for my paper-mâché and I need to add some more water. You just want to keep adding little bits of water at a time until you get a consistency that's sort of like glue or yogurt. So it's not so thick that it's able to make a ball and stand up on its own like Play-Doh, but you don't want it so runny that it looks like water. And it's okay if there's some lumps in yours. Mine's going to have some lumps in it too. That's just some of the flour that isn't mixed in as well. This is a pretty good consistency. See how it's sort of liquidy, but it's not quite as liquidy or viscous as the water is. So what I'm going to do next is take a little bit of my extra newsprint and set it down so that I have a place to rest my small bowl while it is drying. And then I'm going to go ahead and start dipping my newsprint into my paper-mâché paste and laying it on top of my bowl. As long as you have either a plastic or like a glass bowl, you don't really need to prep the surface of your bowl at all. It should come right off. The big thing that you want to make sure is that you don't put any of your paper strips over, like up and over the top of the edge of the bowl. You want to make sure that it's just the bowl shape and it does not go over the edge. That would mean that your bowl would get stuck onto your mold. So what you'll do is go around the whole thing and keep adding strips until everything is covered. You can lay them down however you want. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's better if they overlap. That will make your bowl stronger. So I'm just kind of overlapping mine in lots of different ways. And that's going to help make my bowl stronger. And after I get my first layer of my newsprint down on here, I might also choose to go back through and add a second layer of strips of newsprint onto my bowl. That way I'll have 2 layers of newsprint, so my bowl will be extra sturdy. That will help it to keep its shape if I'm using it for things. So because this is made out of papier-mâché, it's going to not be able to hold anything that's liquid. So this is a bowl for decoration. You could put little toys or maybe a piece of jewelry that you have or anything else that's special into your bowl. But this is not a bowl for eating out of. It's not for food, just for fun decoration things. So I'm almost done covering my whole bowl here in the first layer. So what I want to make sure of is that I don't have any spots that are blank or that you can see the white of my mold bowl through. So that's how my first layer is looking. And then what I can do is take another layer of my newsprint and just spread it on like this and take a little bit of the paste on my finger and spread it over to help seal it in. And I can do this until my whole bowl is covered with another layer of the newsprint. You can see here, this little part is too tall, so I'm not gonna fold it over. I'm just gonna help rip it off so that my yogurt cup mold does not get stuck inside of my bowl. So you can go ahead and do all of that, and then your bowl will likely need to dry overnight. Sometimes if you put on your papier-mâché paste really thick, it might even take 2 days to dry. So you want to be patient with it and make sure that it is fully dry before you take it off of your mold. And I'm just going to leave mine upside down like this until it is all the way dry. So I'm going to move this off to the side and I'll show you one that I made earlier. This is one that I made earlier. I already took it off of the bowl that it was inside of. When I was taking mine off, I wasn't the most careful and I accidentally got a little bit of a rip in mine. But if yours accidentally gets a rip, all you have to do is make up a little bit more paste and go ahead and just patch up the rip using the same method as before. You don't have to put it back on the mold. You can just take it and lay a little bit of newsprint over the top and a little bit of paste, and once that dries, your bowl will be good as new. And then once your bowl is all the way dry, you can use things like your paint or some stickers or whatever other decorations you have around the house to decorate your bowl. Remember, your bowl is just for decoration and for holding little things. It's not for eating with. Well, I hope you enjoy making a papier-mâché bowl, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!